An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, both for me, and I'll set you free. Rap on, brother, rap on. Well, the only person talking about love now, brother, is the preacher. And it seems nobody's interested in learning but the teacher. Segregation, determination, demonstration, integration, aggravation, humiliation, obligation to my nation.
From Fallon, New Jersey. Miss India Kager, 9515 Virginia Beach. Keith Childers, 123115 Las Vegas. Sandra Bland, 71315 Waller County, Texas. Spencer McCann, 62515 Owens Mills, Maryland. Tony Robinson, 31615 Madison, Wisconsin. Freddie Gray, 41915 Baltimore, Maryland. D'Angelo Starward, 51215 Jacksonville, Florida. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Romeo from Romeo's Hot Topics, keeping it real, phase 2. You are in the second edition of Romeo's Hot Topics, and this week we are talking about the rogue acts of these officers once again. These few that I just read, the 8 that I just read, are out of the 102 black men and women, unarmed women, that was killed at the hands of these so-called police officers of the law. 10 out of those 102 resulted in officers being charged with a crime, but only 1 resulted in a conviction where the officer only served 1 year, okay, for murder. Keep in mind, for murder of an unarmed person. And the way he's serving his time for this 1 year is just by weekends. So what type of punishment is that? What is that showing America? I'm going to come back to that real quickly. I have to get into something that really disturbed me that I seen on Facebook a few weeks ago, and I stated to a friend of mine that I'm going to make sure that this get out to everybody so they can see how these officers is really just thinking that they're above the law, and it has to be stopped. And I'm going to do what I have to do, and hoping that everybody can follow this will do what they have to do to make this shit stop with these officers. In this segment that's coming up, in this video that's coming up that I have to show to you, and I will be commentating throughout the video to show you what laws that they actually violated with the constitutional laws of us citizens. The U.S. Constitution protects us from unreasonable government intrusion. Specifically, the 4th Amendment limits law enforcement officers the ability to search and to seize. Now, the 4th Amendment, folks, is the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. Once you look at this video right here, folks, I'm going to be commentating through this, and this has to be, everybody want to go ahead and repost people fighting and people getting beat up. Fuck all that shit. It's time for y'all to start opening your eyes and repost shit that matters. Okay? TV has programmed our minds so much that we think nothing but violence is something of entertainment, but yet there's other important things out here in America that is going on right now, such as with these officers. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good officers out here, but their shine is covered because of this so-called brotherhood of police. But I'm going to get back to that, but I want you to watch this video, and I'm a commentator on this video, and I'll be right back to what's going on here in America.
Back off. Are you kidding me? You're holding a gun, finger at the ready. I'm trained. Stop. I'm telling you to stop. This is bad.
I have a less than a year-old child in my hands.
Please, he's gonna barge in. Look, they're setting up. Oh, please.
You know, never. Look at him. Look at that. No, look at that. Come outside. Come outside.
Look. Just go upstairs. Go upstairs. I'm so sorry, babe. I don't know why your mom
I will
got confused.
never, with another man, step up any
Goodness
type of
gracious. You guys, chill out.
alone time with another
Stop
man.
it. Stop it. I do not understand anything because what's going on right now is a very escalated situation. I want to de-escalate the situation. That's all.
Okay, well, what we want to do is be able to talk to your wife by herself,
No.
make sure everything is okay.
Everything is
and then
okay.
we will leave.
Can you do it from here? Can you do it from a crack in the window?
Huh?
Your body's in my house.
I know it is. I'm going to come over
This
in
is
your
very
house until we
disrespectful.
resolve it. I'm going to come in your house unless we can
This is
resolve it.
illegal.
Okay, you
And so is
can
everybody
You
else.
have no
We're
jurisdiction.
giving you
This
the
is
choice.
illegal. I
You
will
can
show
step
you.
outside and chat with us, or
Bring
we
the
will come
papers
in
on
here.
here. I got the papers.
What do you want us to do? You want us to come through this window?
What is the nature of your being here?
We want to make sure we got a call that you were assaulted.
I did not assault
We want to know for
anybody.
sure.
We do know for sure.
I don't know
Everybody's
for sure.
confirmed.
We're not leaving until we know for
They're
sure.
saying that I assaulted you, Steph. What are these guys talking about? Who called? Okay, he's coming. They're coming in.
No, she's not.
What are we supposed to do?
I
This
can't
is
even
crazy.
I can't even
By yourself.
Let me go
I
turn
am
this
so
stove
on.
on.
You guys are trying to burn this thing down.
We're going to come in here a little bit,
Bye.
and we're going to...
Bye. I'm leaving.
Steph, just be cool. They got their hands on their gun. Thank you for putting it away. Hey, I really appreciate that. Seriously.
You
Thank
want us
you.
to come through here, or do you want to open the door? Which choice?
You are
Do you
not
have to come
welcome
inside?
to
I do
come in
not
here at
want you to
all.
come
I know you
inside.
don't want
At
us
all.
inside.
You're not
We
welcome.
are going to
Okay.
make sure everybody's okay.
You come in here and you're doing it against our
Right,
will.
we're letting you know. It's
Letting you know.
documented
And
evidence.
there will be a
We are
commercial
coerced
placed
into this.
against you.
We are coerced into this
Pass
with
you and
guns.
vote immediately.
Listen, if we let you in the
Pass
house,
you and vote immediately.
if we let you into the house,
We just want to make sure
you
everybody's
cannot
okay.
pass.
And you can make sure that he
How about I open
No,
the door?
Stop pointing at my door. You and your gun. You and your gun,
I
Mr.
won't.
Donaldson.
I want everybody, if you guys can like disperse, chill out,
No,
one
we're
person.
not going to go away.
I'll
This is
talk
not
to
going
you.
to finish until we get a chance to talk
You're
to
giving
her
me
and your
orders.
children without you.
My children do not.
You're giving
You're
me
not
orders.
talking. My children don't even talk. None of them talk.
Okay, do you understand all we're asking for, Stephanie? Is just
Why?
5 minutes of your time by yourself.
No.
That's not, you
Do
said
you
something
give
earlier. I
your
do
wife's
not give you
time to
consent
another man?
to talk to them. Now they're going to use that against us. You know what, say whatever you want, speak freely. You can say whatever you want based on your own free opinions. Because these guys, they're going to try to twist anything we say. We're just trying to chill, man.
The only way they would do this is so all of us standing here together.
We
And then
just
he
did.
said, and then after he
We
saw
keep
all of us
changing it a
standing
bunch of
together, he
times.
goes and says, no, we gotta have separate time.
Look, they're breaking in. Look, go. Stop. Go in the front. Stop. I'll talk to you guys in the front. Please.
I'm not
Stop.
gonna.
You don't need to. Let me close the window first. Come on.
Go open the door.
Look at this. Calling me buddy. They're being so disrespectful. Where's the judge? Put the judge on the phone. Put the judge on the phone.
We
Stop. Show
have.
me the
You have
warrant. Stop.
delegation of authority
Show me the
immediately
warrant.
now.
Show me your authority
Show
now.
me your warrant.
Please.
Before you step into this premises,
Do
show
not
us your
come in.
warrant.
Please.
And you need to
Stop.
have
These officers
Not through the back door.
need a warrant
Okay?
or probable cause, which is an objective indication that it's more likely than not that a person is committed or committing a crime. In this instance, we do not see nobody committing the crime. It was a false report stated that there was a domestic dispute The young lady have the baby in her hand,
Wow.
and
They
you
just
see
said they
these
do not have a
cops,
warrant. Get out of my
these
house
rogue
unless
ass
there's a warrant right
cops,
now. Show me the warrant.
overstepping their
Show me the warrant.
boundaries.
Show me the warrant.
Listen,
Show me the warrant.
Wait,
Show
where's
me
your
the warrant.
warrant?
Show me the warrant.
Do not touch my
Show me the warrant. Show me the warrant.
Where's your warrant?
You're not welcome in my house. Show me your warrant. Show me your warrant.
Everything's okay.
Everything's okay. Show me the warrant.
Where's your warrant?
Everything's okay.
Where's your warrant?
Stop it. Show me the warrant. Everything. They're gonna take you. Stop it.
Where's your warrant?
Stop it. Stop it. They're illegally entering my house without a warrant. These guys are breaking in without a warrant. My house is being broken into without a warrant. Please, stop.
Warrant agents without a warrant.
Guys, they're breaking into my house. You're foreign agents. You have no warrant. Stop. Jeez.
And that is a foreign
Steph, they're doing this for real.
Show me your foreign agent statement.
Listen, guys,
Show me your
what do you
delegation
want?
of authority.
What's gonna
Where's your
happen when you
warrant?
come in?
Where's your warrant?
Come on, look at this. Look how excited he is. Please, you
He's
guys,
putting his
please
hands
stop.
on me.
Please
All
stop.
you have to do is open the front door. We won't do
Please
that.
look at. You're just gonna jump in when I do. Come
We're
on.
gonna stay here.
You promise?
Once people
You will stay
inside-
there.
No,
You will
there
stay
is
there.
no
You will not
promise
come
to
in.
this. Promise
Right?
they've broken
You guys do not have a warrant. You don't have a warrant. Why do you not need a warrant? Please tell me why you don't need a warrant. Explain to me.
yes, I would like to know that too. Explain to that couple why they do not need a warrant to enter their premises illegally.
Does not have a warrant. Grab a warrant.
Right now.
Grab a warrant.
Verify copy of
You
the
might want to
complaint
get a warrant.
right now.
You might want to get a warrant.
Warrant. Warrant.
You have no jurisdiction unless you get a warrant.
This was
All
not a
of you are
drug
held
bust.
accountable.
This was not a drug
All of you are
raid.
held accountable.
Okay.
Delegation of authority.
There was
You
a
have
false
no
call
warrant.
of
You
a
have
domestic
no
aspersion.
authority. You must
The
leave
young
now.
lady has
You
no
have
marks
warrant.
on
You
her.
must
She
leave this
has
house.
her baby in
You
her
have no
hand.
warrant. Please come back.
Now
with
watch
the warrant.
what happens.
Please come back with the
We're
warrant.
gonna come in now, okay?
I'm asking you to come back with the warrant. Do not come in
And
my
this
house.
gentleman
You
is
have no right
repeatedly
to come into my house.
exercising
No, I'm not okay with
his
it.
Fourth
I'm not okay with
Amendment
it.
constitutional right, and these rogue ass fucking cops don't give a damn about the constitutional right. They feel as though they get ready to do what they want to do.
Touch my wife.
Take your child somewhere
You
else.
have no authority to come in. You need a warrant. Show me your warrant. Show me
Get
your
your
warrant.
hands off of
Show me
me.
your warrant. Stephanie, please. Please, I don't want them to try to handle
They're
it.
gonna try and step in here.
It's okay. I'm not going to let them come in. They have no jurisdiction. They're not allowed to. You have no warrant. You have no warrant. Show me, sir. Sir, show me warrant. What is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Why are you telling me you do not need a warrant?
Now I'm sure everybody just heard this officer say he do not need a warrant, which is
He's
bullshit.
physically touching me. He's putting hands on me, assaulting me at
Enter
this
my
moment.
home.
Get your hands off
Come
of
back
me.
with the warrant.
I just
You are
got
not
mad.
coming into my home.
I don't even know
You
his
are not
name.
coming
He's
into my
touching
home.
me.
Please.
I'm inside my home. He has no
Please.
warrant.
Now watch what he tells one of his fellow officers when he get ready to climb through the
You have
window.
no right to be here.
No, verify
You have
copy
no
of that
warrant.
complaint.
You have no jurisdiction to be here. They have a taser.
Did you just hear that?
Steph, they're
Are you
threatening to
kidding
tase me. They're threatening to tase me. Stop it. Stop it. You have no jurisdiction.
Now, as of this time, he violated the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath and affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person or things to be seized. That is the 4th U.S. constitutional right that these fucking officers here in California just violated the shit out of, and something should happen to them real severely, because watch what happens now.
Guys, this is my baby. Stop it. Steph, calm. You have to calm down. Calm down. God, please help me. God, please help me.
Sit down.
God, please help me.
Okay, sit down. Sit.
You have no warrant.
Sit.
You have no jurisdiction. You have no warrant.
Sit down,
You
Elliot.
have no jurisdiction.
Elliot.
You
Sit
have
down.
no warrant. You have
They
no
snatched the
jurisdiction.
baby
You have
out of
no
the
warrant.
young
They have my
woman's
baby.
hand.
They just took
They
it.
illegally entered their home.
You have no warrant.
Okay,
I have
so
my
they
kids upstairs.
automatically,
I got
all
no
of
right
them
to
should
do
be
that.
accounted for.
Handcuffs.
He laughing, thinking shit funny.
Where's your warrant? Tell me
America,
why.
let's show these officers
No.
that shit is not funny no more. They cannot take the law above in their own hands and do what the fuck they want to do. Okay? Let me explain to y'all folks what the meaning, and let me explain to you officers what the meaning of a search warrant is. A search warrant is a document signed by a judicial officer or magistrate who is neutral, generally meaning that not associated with law enforcement, the warrant must include a detailed description of place or thing or person to be searched or of whatever is to be seized, but the amount of a detail of a warrant really requires isn't overwhelming. Now, for search of a house, for example, it's typically enough to identify the address or even broad descriptions of the kinds of evidence that the officers can seize will often suffice. But the U.S. Supreme Court once approved warrants that called for specific items. And notice I stopped on approved, okay? Together with other fruits, instrumentalities, and evidence of crime at this unknown, okay? Warrants have to be somewhat specific and at least moderately timely, and the rule for federal court is good illustration, generally requiring that a warrant indicate that they are to be executed within 14 days. They didn't have a warrant. Okay, that was the first violation. They also violated their Fourth Amendment rights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get these officers off the streets because they could give a damn about the citizens' constitutional rights, as you can plainly see in the video. Okay, you officers have, again, and I have to keep reading this because I don't think your officers know, or y'all just plainly just said out, fuck it, about my oath, I'm going to do what I want to do, because if a white man like Zimmerman can get away with murdering a nigger, why can't an officer of the law get away with murdering one or doing what the hell we want to do? And this is not just black folks. As you see, this was a white couple that I'm talking about. So I'm neutral here because I'm tired of these rogue ass officers acting like they Superman, okay, because they have a badge and a gun. It is time for it to stop. I need for everybody to stand behind this. Repost this because it's ridiculous that when I looked on YouTube that this video that happened almost 2 years ago, and just to let y'all folks know, these folks had their kids taken away from them and the aunt was right there. All because this mother that's 3,000 fucking miles away lied and called and said that there was a domestic dispute happening at this address. But once the officer seen that the woman was okay and they confirmed that nothing happened, they had no motherfucking right to jump through that window or break through that window. That was illegal. Okay, so it has to come to a head. It has to stop, and you have to excuse my cousin. I'm usually not like that, but hey, this is Romeo's Hot Topics, keeping it real. And right now I'm keeping it real because I'm really ticked off about the way these officers is coming and acting like they don't have no oath that they had to follow when they went through the damn academy. Okay? Your oath is your oath. I don't give a damn about no brotherhood, about what anybody of the evil side of the of your fellow officers do. You have to take a stand. Okay, under oath. This is what you swore under oath. On the oath. Are you listening? I do swear that I will well and truly serve our sovereign country and state as police officer without favor or affection, malice or ill will, until I am legally discharged, that I will see and cause our community peace to be kept and preserved, and that I will preserve and prevent to the best of my power all offenses against that peace, and that while I continue to be a police officer, I will, to the best of my skill and knowledge, discharge all the duties thereof faithfully according to the law, so help me God. But not only have y'all forgotten about that, y'all forgot and then said to hell with the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. constitutional right. Okay, so let me go back to our youth and our black unarmed men and women that was killed in 2015 by these officers. And again, I'm going to keep reverting back to it because it's true. Because as you see the trend, when what happened with Zimmerman, which after that he has several run-ins with the law, and this man is still walking the earth. But as they said, my man went to jail for fighting dogs. But y'all letting these officers get away with murdering somebody because, wow, y'all under this oath of brotherhood. And I'm talking to you judges as well, because some of you judges, your sons is officers, your daughters is officers of the law, and y'all under the oath of the brotherhood that you have to look out for the brotherhood. Bullshit. It's called looking out for life. That's what the hell you was hired for. That's what you got the job for, to serve and protect. Not kill because you think you can get away with it. Because you can't. Well, a lot of you have. Matter of fact, 102 of you have. But it has to stop. It really has to stop, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Romeo. Romeo's Hot Topics, keeping it real. And I ask that everybody that see this video, repost this video, reach out and get this stopped. Get this rogue acting characteristic out of these officers and bring and alleviate that fear that now our citizens, us as citizens, have, because we feel as though now that even if we exercise our Fourth Amendment right, these officers is going to say, I don't give a damn about your Fourth Amendment right because I'm an officer of the law and I can get away with doing whatever I want to do. It's time to stop. Romeo's Hot Talk is keeping it real, phase 2. Peace, love. See you around the corner.